Okay, looking at example 2 here, we have the graph of a piecewise defined function g below, right down here, and we're first asked, does the limit as x approaches 2 of g exist? Move this up a touch. Okay, well let's take a look at this graph and let's kind of work what we were doing before. We've got one finger approaching x equals 2 from this direction, and one finger approaching x equals 2 from that direction. And as we get closer and closer to x equals 2, we see that the fingers are about to touch. So yes, the limit does exist, because the values of the function as we come from this side are heading to the same y value as the values of the function as we come from that side. So, scroll back down a little bit. Does the limit as x approaches 2 of g of x exist? Yes, it does. Okay, so now that we've verified that it does exist, what is the value of the limit? Well, here it is. We go across, and we see a value of 1. Part C, if it exists, state the value of g of 2. Well, the limit is concerning, or I should say, is concerned with the function as x is getting close to 2. So it's interested in these values right here and where they're heading. It's not interested in what's going on at x equals 2. But g of 2 is interested in what's going on at x equals 2. So g of 2 cares about the actual point on the graph, if it exists, where x is equal to 2. As we look up and down this graph, we see there is no point at all. Therefore, g of 2 does not exist. Now, example 3 is very similar. Change the name of the function from g to h and added in this value right here. That's it. And basically the same 3 questions. So give these 3 a shot. First, does the limit as x approaches 2 of h of x exist? Second, if that limit does exist, what's its value? And third, if the function exists at 2, what is the function's value? So give that a shot. Let's see how you did. Does the limit exist? Well, are the fingers going to touch as x approaches 2? Yes, just like they did over here. So yes, the limit does exist. What is the limit? Well, once again, where vertically are my fingers touching? Over at y equals 1. So once again, the limit is equal to 1. If it exists, what's the value of h of 2? Well, now we look up and down at x equals 2, we do see a point. And the vertical value of that point is 3. So h of 2 is equal to 3. So even though the function did not exist over here at x equals 2, that's okay. The limit still existed because we're interested in what's going on around x equals 2. We're still interested in what is going on around x equals 2 when we're looking at this limit. And it's the same behavior. That point changes our answer to C, but nothing else. Questions A and B for both have the same solution.